So you're level 13, sorceress and mana queen. The problem is I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Are my stats too low? Cause that's something I can understand. I wish I were a gnome because you won't play with this man. You talk about crystals, they're buried in some cave. I'd like to be with you, but you won't let me play. All I hear is the constant ding of your increase. I see the back of your head, it gives me grinding my teeth. Remind me, and I remember those early days when you first started to get into video games. Animal Crossing, and then you switch to The Sims. Now you game longer than me unless I carry you in. Damn. Alright, seriously. You need to eat or something. Take a shower. I left on Monday. Looks like Wednesday. And still with the computer. Okay, this is crazy. What's this about having a baby? You know it ain't mine, cause I ain't been around lately. And the last time I was here, I just watched TV while you sat and leveled up in front of your PC. Maybe it's the child of that elf you can see. Oh, you thought I didn't know? I asked the high priestess of Shaley, and she divulged to me some serious shit. Like you've been fucking around, and you a serious bitch. So take your bullshit, and you can keep it online. Because I finally found a woman who can give me some time. She's up a knock in the boot, and for some Metroid Prime. So excuse me as I summon you, a boot to the sideline. Bye. OMG. I seriously lulled on that one. Yeah, life can be funny sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Good, cause I have no fucking clue. Whatever. Fuck that shit.
Yo, Doomsday. Give me some more snare in my headphones. Yeah, alright. Check it. I heard some people talking that the hawk fell off. Well, listen up, class is now in session. Yo, the hawk is back for the attack like Dawkins, rocking the mic like a panther stalking prey. So get the hell out of my way. Step to the hawk, there'll be hell to pay. My beats be denser than a neutron star, tighter than a nun's ass, doper than the drugs are. King of nerdcore, I wear the crown. Like a weeble I may wobble but I won't fall down. Brighter than the beam of a zettawatt laser, sharper than the edge of Occam's razor. It's safe to say that I'm smarter than you. I know more about physics than Half-Life 2. You can't approach the lead that I'm thinking. Compared to me, you're deaf like Carl Pilkington, but it's all good if you're done with the hawk. So come on everybody, it's time to rock.
Rock out with your hawk out.
Come on.
Rock out with your hawk out.
What?
Rock out with your hawk out.
Sing it.
Rock out with your hawk out.
Wikipedia calls me a fictional rapper. See how fictional I feel with my foot up your crapper. I'll shoot you in the face, leave you bleeding in the grass. You heard me punk, I'm going Cheney on your ass. I'll stuff you in a box like Schrodinger's cat. You'll be dead and alive until such a time as that I check and make the wave function collapse. And if you ain't dead, I'll cap your ass. I've been busting nerdcore since before it had a name. Brunt coined the term, but I make the claim to be the progenitor of the nerdcore flow. So to all you nerds who be new to the show, I'll say this only once, so I suggest you listen. You only exist by the hawk's permission, but it's all good if you're done with the hawk. So come on everybody, it's time to rock.
Rock out with your hawk out.
Rock out.
Rock out with your hawk out.
Damn.
Rock out with your hawk out.
Testify.
Rock out with your hawk out.
Break it down. Damn, this is funky. Bring that shit in. Rock out with your hawk out. Here we go. When I say hawk, you say rock, hawk, hawk. When I say hawk out, you say rock out, hawk out.
Nail gun!
When I say hawk, you say rock, hawk, hawk.
Thank you, Retro Gunner, for the bitty boos. Thank you kindly. Good morning, everybody. It's time for Act 3 Act the third. The third act. Guys, I've heard mixed reviews about this third act of this game. I hear the storytelling gets a little wonky. But fuck it. I'm not done. Look at that, I got a little star next to my save file. I hear this gets real post-gamey. Neither shall the act be two. 5 is right out. Our heroes survive a blistering battle to topple the Lord of Shadows at long, long last. Free from Mordegon's malign influence, the World Tree begins to return to life, and as its healing powers pour out over Adria, light and love bring the land alive once more. Their quest complete, there's nothing left for the companions to do now but return home. Okay, so this is like a scouring of the Shire thing. Gotcha. Happy birthday, Militant Rabbit. The Lord of Shadows is defeated, and peace returns to the world. A few days later, Bink and his companions gather in Arborea to remember their friend Veronica. And Eric's still dressed as a pirate. Oh, is she gonna pour one out? Nah,
Look,
she's a
Veronica.
classy bitch. Veronica
Everyone's
doesn't
here to
drink off the
see you.
ground.
We've come to celebrate with you. The world's at peace at long last. And Yggdrasil's in full bloom again. It's so beautiful.
It still hasn't sunk in, you know? We really did it. We really saved the world.
Yes. Mordegon plunged Erdrea into darkness. So many lost their lives. But we survived. We have to make the most of that. We have to laugh and smile for those who can't.
Also repopulate the planet, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We may feel like crying. Goodness knows I do. But we mustn't. I can only imagine what Veronica would say.
Pull yourselves together. You've saved the world, you idiots. What are you blubbering for?
Excuse my awful impression.
Actually, I was pretty alright. Quite droll.
Here you all are. Huh? We were wondering where the guests of honor were.
On order.
The festivities have already begun.
It's party time. Come on, darling. Let's go let our hair down.
Nail gun! Thank you, Sappy Wolf.
I'm gonna get you.
Looks like peace has even loosened up the Arboreans.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's make this a party to remember. For Veronica.
Ding, Chivo. Does Hendrik have a little fan club? So is this... It's been a while, it feels like, but this rock is still red hot and smoking and shit. Alright. Alright. Hold on. I bet that triggers a cutscene. I want to see what Kung Fu Waifu's up to first. Dance party! Hey, want to join the dance party? I mean, usually I get it up in the morning because my bladder's full. It presses against the prostate. Oh, sorry, you said something different. Yeah, you know, eradicate all evil in the world, or, you know, eat cake. Both of them are, they're pretty good reasons to live. Veronica may no longer be with us, but her spirit lives on, unless it doesn't, because the World Tree wasn't really a thing when she died, and how does that work? Also, it seemed like her soul kind of wound up, like... Aren't you the reincarnation of one person, so your souls did the unfusion dance? Okay, I was figuring that would trigger a cutscene, but I guess not. Alright. Hey. Alright, I want to hear a story. Go back to the plaza. Hey, who do I talk to trigger the cutscene? I want to trigger the cutscene, though. Drop a save, I guess. Do I have to talk to all the party members, maybe? Let's see, talk to them. Alright, he's having fun. Also, fuck this pot, though. Oh man, there's a chest over there. I have not fully explored this place, apparently. Oh, but I can't get down that way, right? Oh wait, hold on, maybe I can. I go up. Down. Oh, that's how I took the cutscene.
Where do you think you're going?
Sneaking off without us, honey? If you've got someplace to be, we can all go together, no? Haha, of course we can! Now the world is at peace, the fun can really begin!
If you're looking for new adventures, I know where we can start. You saw that weird light shining south of Octagonia too, right? If it was up to me, that's where I'd be headed. But you're the boss.
Nope. Hey, mini medal. here? Nope. Let's see. Octagonia, Weird Light. I have no idea. Yeah, they... Oof. The map in this game is not super great. Gondolia... Wait, Octagonia. There it is. There it is. Alright, let's try it. Mysterious ruins, maybe? Oh, wait. There we go. Except, crap. Now I've got to climb this thing, don't I? Why would they even give me this horse? Why would they even let you summon a horse there? There's a path up from the left. Oh, more cutscene.
Well now, this place looks a mite familiar. Aye, it's these funny wee buildings. We've seen them before.
Yes, there's no mistaking it. It looks just like the floating island where we met the Watcher, doesn't it? Let's go and take a closer look. Who knows? We might find...
Haha, red book. History of Hadria. History of time. We are the Watchers. This is Legend of Watchers. Legend of Law of Time. Spirits weave time. Spirits born from Adria. Spirits of lost time. Light governs time. Holy light. Spirits of lost time, God, holy light. Light glows bright, burns, explodes. When it does, lost things return. Eternity is undone. I don't know why the Watchers sound like the frickin', oh, what the hell are they called? The Doctor Who things. You know the things I'm talking about. Daleks. I don't know why they sound like the Daleks in my head now, but there it is.
This painting, it's fascinating. It really draws you in, doesn't it?
Are we gonna have to fight another haunted painting? Ah, it's those boys. It's little ghost boys. Are we gonna figure out their deal finally?
It reminds me of something. Ah, of course. I've been reading a book they say was written by the Watchers of late. Let me see if I can find the right part. Spirits of lost time. Beings born from
No,
the
no,
land.
you have to do it like this.
Beings
Spirits
who
of lost
control
time, beings born from the land, beings who control time.
Spirits of lost time? Could they be these figures in the painting?
According to the book, they guard the sacred light that controls the flow of time. And when that light burns bright enough, even those who are lost to eternity can be restored.
Restored how, exactly? You mean like brought back to life?
It says that you can start a new game, but better somehow, enhanced, like a new game bonus or a new game extra. I don't know, I'm working on the name.
Wait, if that was true, then maybe, or just maybe...
Huh?
Think about it. We lost someone to eternity, didn't we? Someone we'd love to see again.
Veronica.
They all had to think so hard about it. Did we lose somebody? I feel like everybody's here.
Do you really think we could bring her back?
Well, what else does it say about this light?
Something about a butterfly. I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Light lives in
Light
Tower's
lives in
heart.
Tower's heart. Sacred Tower.
Tower.
Tower of
Tower
lost
of
time.
lost time. Watchers guard.
Watchers guard Wheel of Time.
Key to Tower.
Originally
Key
12
to
books,
time.
expanded later by Brandon Sanderson. Ending okay, not really worth getting there.
Key brings spirits, sets wheels in motion.
Supposedly making TV series. Seems like someone sees a Game of Thrones shaped hole in the pop culture spectrum.
So if we had the Wheel of Time, we might really be able to...
Author has troubling ideas about gender politics.
What have we got to lose? If there's even a
Manages to
chance,
be
we have
both
to try,
misogynist
right?
and misandrist at the same time. Paradox
Somehow
does
I'm
not
at 5
compute.
months since November, despite being 4 months difference.
Thanks, Sappy Wolf.
Eric's right. No matter how unlikely it is, if it might be our chance to see her again, we simply have to try.
Mr. Timmy G, you didn't miss anything. Just a dumb thing that I did and then didn't stop doing. You know, like everything I do.
But the Watchers are all gone, right? So how do we find this wheel thingy?
If only there were someone here who could see them, even though they're ghosty. I don't know nobody like that, though.
This was once one of their islands, wasn't it? And I'd say that hole in the wall up there was pretty wheel-like.
All right, boys, let's get to that hole in the wall. We'll be able to see it all.
I reckon we could do worse than start our search right here, you know.
Could we, though? Could we do worse than that?
There's a way through up there. Let's go poke around some more, shall we?
So wait, there's a ramp leading up to what used to be just a solid wall? That seems dumb. I guess there's this walkway all around, so okay, whatever. Let's do this glowing thing first. Oh, okay, that was easy. Turns out it was just chilling right there. You didn't have to fight the spectral sentinels or nothing.
Of time. Honey, you are just too good at this.
So, if I understood that book correctly, the wheel will bring the spirits of lost time to the tower they mentioned.
But where might this tower be found? No likely candidates spring to mind.
Ooh, I bet it's that dope library. I bet it's the library. Hey, there's Ghosty McVagina Nose. Look at him.
What's the matter, darling?
You got an idea where the place we're looking for might be? I thought of something. There's an old tower north of Yggdrasil I always wondered about. Unless anyone's got any better ideas, what say we climb aboard our friendly whale and see what we can see up there?
Where did the ghost boy go, though? I want to follow the ghost boy. Bink, why will you not say word one about ghost boys? Let's just use this. Artifact. So tower north of Yggdrasil. So here's Yggdrasil. Okay. I'm guessing it's this one. Oh, hang tight. My alarm's going off. Shut up, alarm. I'm awake. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oop. Okay. Hey! Hey! What are you guys doing? Hey! Hey! Hey, I'm gonna take your herbs. I'm gonna take your cocoons. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Oh man, this whole tower is shaped like one of these coggy dealies. Anything else? Ha-ha! Good godly gear. Sacrosanct staves and Venus tears. Okay, dokes. Can I walk up the walls with you guys? Can I walk up? Aw, I guess I have to be dead first. It doesn't appear to have a keyhole, but there's a curiously shaped indentation in its sentry.
Looks like we found the right tower. I wonder if these spirits of lost time are here already. Come on, laddie. Let's head on in and see what we can see.
Oh, there's that jerk ghost there. That one's a jerk ghost. Well, the sand keeps falling from the hourglass. Ain't no way they're gonna slow it down. Alright. Right there. Yeah, fuck it. Let's try this thing. It's orange. What's the orange one do? Whee! Okay. Whoa, that one's missing. I see a chest over there. I see a chest over there. I want to get it. I want to get it. Is there a significance to some of them being orange and some of them being blue? Well, I think this was the chest that I saw earlier. A Hero's Book of Basic Weapons. Nebula swords, darting daggers, asterangs, shining staves, straight pokers, mega Grigam-whips, Dragon Lord claws, and maxi axes. Wow. Yeah, those seem like some real basic weapons there. Clearly, basic. Whoa, that one's a tall ghost. My tallest! My tallest!
I am the timekeeper, the flow of time, of destiny. I watch over them, guide them.
What are you?
Oh, so you guys can see this one then. Well, isn't that nice?
I am just what I say
I am what I am.
all
And that's all what I am. That's all I can stand, 'cause I can't stand no more.
I hope you don't mind us intruding, but we heard there might be a rather special light here in the tower that can bring people back. We've lost someone very special, you see, and, well, we were hoping you might be able to help us.
You speak of time's sphere. If you were to harness its power, that which you seek might be attained. But to lose time is to lose much. The path you propose to follow is not one to be trodden lightly.
To lose time? What do you mean?
Time's sphere is the crystallization of all that has taken place in Erdrea since memory began. Each moment gathered by the spirits of lost time, savored, remembered. To take a sword to the sphere would be to erase those moments, to return to the time of the last intact memory. If your companion is to be restored to you, time itself must be destroyed. As I say, to lose time is to lose much.
So in order to save Veronica, we would need to turn back time.
If I could turn back time, I'd give it all to you.
I think I'm beginning to get the picture. We'd need to go back to... Aye! We'd need to go back to before Yggdrasil fell. That way, we could stop Mordegon before it was too late. That wouldn't just save Veronica, it would save the whole of Erdrea. Think of all the pain and suffering we could prevent.
With no negative consequences!
It is possible. All is possible. It may be that returning to that particular fork in the flow of time brings all that you wish and more.
All right, let's fork time.
But it must be done. I would gladly give up all that has happened since that day for the chance to change it.
Aye.
Alas, to lose time is to lose much. Only one of you may return to that place. The sphere can be broken but once, by a single hand.
A pimp hand.
Possessed of a singular power. In this world, only one such power exists. That of the Luminary.
If I could pimp slap time.
I see you. I know you. I knew you the moment you appeared. Only you can break the sphere, and only with the sword of light. When it is broken, when the memories are shattered, You will return to the past, and there you will stay.
You mean he'll have to live it all again? He can't come back here, to us?
To lose time is to lose much. This world, this reality, these will be lost to you. And that is not all. The outcome of the sphere's shattering is impossible to foresee. You may be lost forever, trapped in a corner of time, a half-faded memory.
Man, I had a bad trip in college once, and I've been half-faded ever since, you know what I mean?
That's awful.
Your present, your companions, your life even, all these may be lost to you.
Yes. This sounds like a terrible idea.
Are you willing to risk all for the sake of your departed friend? Only you can decide. I will await you before the sphere.
We're talking about fucking with time, right? I mean, I just saved my game. If I never overwrite that save, I mean, really, if you think about it,
I'm sorry, but you simply can't do this. We won't let you.
okay, agreed. All right. I was expecting a but thou must. Now it's a but thou must not. Ooh, invisible force field walls. Munch this. I don't know why you think I need to go back in time to marry Kung Fu Waifu. All right. Wow, okay, yeah, they're all... Yeah, they're not into it. I mean, it's not like I'm... Okay. Okay. Alright. I guess we're not doing it. And everybody's back in the party. Hey buddy, I told him I wasn't gonna do it, and then I came right back to do it. Oh, they caught me again. Nah. Fuck it.
Okay, okay. You win.
Okay. You talk to everybody and then talk to me twice.
We know you well enough by now not to try and talk you out of this. But you'd better not mess this up. You go back there and you save her, you hear? Save us all.
No pressure. We are the North Side, eh? Doing it our own way. We're gonna live forever where it's cold and gray.
But hear me out. What if you DID let me go?
Thanks, Zoobs.
Do what you have to do. We won't stand in your way.
I mean, we'll stop standing in your way. We were literally just standing in your way a second ago. So is it actually gonna make me overwrite all my saves? Because that would be pretty dope.
The decision is made. Then you must know all that I know.
Well, I haven't done anything yet. Why don't you tell me all that you know, and then I'll make the decision. What about that, then?
To lose time will be to lose much. But some semblance of your present self will remain. Your memories, the record of your adventures thus far.
Your save file.
Your knowledge of battle, and all that you have learned.
Yeah, is this just straight New Game Plus shit?
And last of all, the containers that surround the altar. These are the time capsules. These sacred vessels are immune to the flow of time.
Can I just leave my shit in them?
When you shatter the sphere, all that you possess will be placed within them.
Alright. Can Kung Fu Waifu just hang in one of those? Is that cool?
Thus, may the items you require journey with you to the past. Alas, there is one item that will not survive the journey. The Sword of Light. But you should retain possession of its twin, the Sword of Shadows.
Hey, Pam, so are you implying Kung Fu Waifu is an object? A sex object? Wait, that didn't make it sound better.
This will surely prove to be a more than worthy weapon for the time being.
That's right, Dragon's Omega's got the right idea. Time clones, multiple Kung Fu Waifus.
Now you know all that I know. All else is unknowable. When you are ready, join me by the sphere.
I mean... Oh, so now the decision. Kubi-Abriel, all else is unknowable except by the goddess game facts. Man, all the guides for this game fucking suck. You kidding me? Sure. No, not absolutely. So... Hey, so everything in this timeline's about to be erased, right? Orgy! Come on, guys! Let's do this! None of this counts anyway. Let's do all that fucked up shit we always wanted to do. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Let's get down with this old man!
and into the past.
Big dream, it wouldn't be a time travel story if I didn't at least consider fucking my own grandpa.
Wait!
Oh, okay. Man, I just went through like 3 points of no return.
When you meet me in the past, we will be enemies again. But know this. I stand ready to pledge myself to your cause once more. To be your sword, your shield, your unswerving companion.
Yes, yes, very dramatic, Hendrik, honey. Now, if you've quite finished frowning and swearing oaths, farewell, darling. I look forward to seeing you in the past.
I know you can do this. I know you won't let anything stand in your way. And the us's of the past will be there for you whenever you need us.
Huh. So I'll keep my level. But are they all gonna get reverted?
Now, if I know your grandfather, he'll have a few words to say before you go.
You've grown into a fine figure of a man, laddie. Oh, don't look down now. We'll only be apart a wee while. We're back there waiting for you after all. You'll do us proud. I know you will. How could you not do? You're my own flesh and blood after all.
I suppose I began this journey with you, feeling that I was simply doing my duty. But it became so much more than that. I'll never forget the time we've spent together. So please, if you don't mind, I hope you'll take me along with you, all over again.
Man, Eric didn't say shit, just like, hey, Serena, you do your thing, though.
Dash or no Mary Subramine. Let's do the time warp again.
Thanks, Survivor.
Luminary, take the sword of light in hand.
That's the great thing about time travel, girls. I get older and they stay the same age. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Wait, laddie.
Oh, okay. Waiting.
This isn't goodbye. Not by a long shot.
Time, Jesus, out!
See you on the other side.
Take care, and remember, we'll be waiting for you.
Welcome to the world of yesterday!
Cast him into the furthest corner of the dungeon.
Let's do this. I believe in you. I believe in the Luminary.
We of Arborea swear to protect you. While we live, none shall defeat you.
Friends, shipmates, amigos, Svarthrust and the rainbow await. Destiny beckons!
I don't know how Mordegon's planning on achieving eternal life, but I know one thing. We're going to stop him.
You must defeat him. The fate of our world depends upon it. Good luck.
Soul Calibur 7. Oh, is the Sword of Shadows a two-hander? Nice. Also, I'm down to just me. Buongiorno. So hang on, do I? Okay. Yeah, I have 9 save slots. I've only been using 3. So yeah, we'll just leave those old save slots right there and see that old timeline still exists. It's fine. You know, if I fuck it up, it's fine.
Oh, Serenica. Blessed ancestor, the time has come at last for us to fulfill our destiny. We're going to use the orbs to take the luminary up to the world tree, and he's going to awaken the power that will banish the darkness. We've never been up to Yggdrasil before, so we don't know what's up there waiting for us. But no matter what happens, I swear I won't let the luminary come to harm. He's our light and our hope, and he'll rid our world of darkness. I know he will. Serenica, sage of legend, lend me your power. Help me fulfill my duty and protect the luminary. Oi! What are you doing here? Wait, you weren't listening, were you? What do you think you're up to, waltzing in here with that great ugly thing strapped to your back anyway? And where in the world
Well, changed my mind.
been?
Not worth fucking the time stream for. Alright, reloading that old save. Never mind.
Father Benedictus was talking to us all, and you just upped and disappeared without so much as a by your leave. What were you thinking?
Oh, Ronnie, you're
What's
still
the
the
matter?
worst.
cat got your tongue? Stop staring at me like that, will you? You look like you've seen a ghost. We've got important things to be getting on with. The last thing we need is you acting like a big weirdo. So come on, pull yourself together.
Darling, there you are. We couldn't find you anywhere. Oh, we were so worried about you. Well, don't look so surprised to see us. We've been right here all along, you know.
What's with that sword? You're supposed to be the good guy, remember? Huh. Well, whatever floats your boat.
Well,
anyway,
we
time
won't
to get
worry
this
about
show
it.
on the road.
Father Benedictus says we're to take the orbs and offer them up to the altar at the top of the mountain.
We need to go through those doors and follow the path through the first forest, apparently. Shall we get going?
Aye. Not long now till we get up to the World Tree at long last, and finally find out how to get rid of that rotter Mordigan. Let's away!
Yeah, about that, we gotta go forge a sword, and, you know what? This'll probably be fine. Oh, God. I've still got him on boomerangs. Oh, God. Oh, God, why? Wonder if I shouldn't just go respec him right now. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, so let's see. Binks. Yeah, Binks level 44. Everybody else is... Yeah, boomerangs are for shit. Eric's a freaking beast with his double knives build. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, we gotta respec Eric at least. Double boomerangs are for shit. Oh, geez, I've got him sent down sleep. I need to have him sent down poison. Okay. Alright, we'll figure this out. Pam says, don't worry too much about my party members right now, just keep playing the story. Okay. Oh yeah, because I don't have his extra shit unlocked yet. Alright. Well, that being the case, let's just go... Oh, for fuck's sake. swords, though. Need knives. Okay, nobleman's knife is better. There we go. Be a pirate! Nope. Be a schoolgirl. Ah, it's fine. Let's see. Enough. Alright, good enough for now. So, out of character, going to fight Morty Boy seems like a real bad idea right now, because only Bink is leveled up. But whatevs, I guess. Paradoxical mini-metal.
Oh my God!
Hey look, 7 months.
Thank you, Orin Bloodstone. Let's see. Is there anything down here? What's this stuff? Donk. Fuck up the bad guy and the timeline, Dark Raiden. Now I have twice the ashes of the same saint. Where'd that guy go? Weird. Yeah, I could probably forge Stuffed Dragons Omega, but oops. Let's see how I actually do in this fight before I worry too much about it.
What's yours is mine!
Get fucked.
Another one bites the...
Yeah, everybody just kind of looks at Bink's sword and says, that's weird. Oh well! Campfire over this way. Yoink. Anything good over here? Yes, no, maybe. Haha! Cutscenes.
Oh, this trudging up hills is playing havoc with my old bones.
Oh, well, don't tire yourself out, darling. We all want to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for our big day. Come on, let's call it a night, huh?
Wait, we had a tent the whole time?
So, we'll finally be going up to Yggdrasil tomorrow. I can't help feeling a little nervous. Serena, why don't you play that song? You know, the one you always used to play when we were children.
Trying to remember if this is just a repeat of the last time we went up the mountain, or if this is a new cutscene. It is just a repeat.
Yggdrasil
Okay.
looks so magical at night. It's strange to
Yeah,
think
it's giving me
each
that
of our
hold to
lives is
skip
a
real
leaf on
hard.
one of those branches.
Yeah. And it's really like the old man said? There's some kind of heart in there that all life comes from?
Also, Bink, where did you get these pirate clothes for me? I've been meaning to ask.
Yes. When someone dies, their leaf withers and falls, and their soul returns to the heart. When someone is born, a new bud blooms on one of the branches.
Yeah, man, that's some righteous bud.
I suppose it won't be long now until we finally face Mordegon. Do you think if we can beat him, my father will go back to how he once was?
You know, still kind of a dick, but whatevs.
Oh. You play an instrument too, Veronica?
Huh? No. The High Priest gave it to me. He said it would help us. It belonged to our ancestor, Serenica. She left it behind in Arborea, apparently.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm pooped. What do you say we all get some beauty sleep?
Veronica? Huh? We were born at the same time, so our leaves bloomed at the same time, didn't they? Do you think they'll fall at the same time too?
I don't know. You've always been a bit slow, to be honest.
Bitch gonna die.
But I hope they do.
Well, there's no mistaking it. This is the altar.
Aye, you're not wrong there. Go on, laddie. Get the orbs out.
Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Pretty sure I did that the first time I saw this cutscene too.
A bridge made of rainbows. It's beautiful.
Looks like it's finally time for our date with Destiny. Come on, we'd better not keep Yggdrasil waiting.
And you know, there's a well right here. Oh, right. Yggdrasil dew. It's highly addictive.
So this is the heart of Yggdrasil. It's strange. I feel like I've been here before.
I know what you mean. It's weirdly familiar.
Well, it is the source of all life. I guess that makes sense. Well, that's not very nice. The naughty thing gave me a shock.
Your hand is not pimply enough. Wait, pimply?
Aye, and so it should. I doubt the World Tree would let any but the one who bears her mark near her holiest of holies. After all, only he can wield the weapon destined to dispel the darkness. The Sword of Light. Now, laddie. It's time to reach into the heart of Yggdrasil and claim your birthright. Only you can do it. Only you can save our world.
Huh.
How in the... Damn you, Jasper. How did you find us?
I got your daddy's sword. I got your daddy's sword, dummy.
Find you? Did you witless vermin not realize I was following you all along?
What was that?
Now, princess. Such boorish behavior hardly befits one of your station. Do you not see that you are utterly powerless to stop me? My powers repelled.
I got this big purple sword.
How?
It's real good.
Wait, that sword.
Yeah, it's real purple.
Very impressive. But it will take more than a showy new weapon
to defeat me.
Why, you'd have to have leveled up to like 44.
Prepare for the end. The Tree of Life shall be your place of death.
Let's see here. Boo. Let's just go strike that out. P. Daddy Mini Hutch. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Welcome to the land of the blind. What up, dude?
You're not gonna like this.
Twice. Not much else to do with her other than just whoosh him, I guess. Wow. Bang the small child! Get victimized, fool.
You're not gonna like this.
Whoa, one shot. Holy shit. Let's see. Does Serena have Zing yet? I think she does. I didn't think to check. Oops. Yeah, she does. Okay.
Almighty Yggdrasil, hear my prayer.
Yeesh. Fucking cock. Get victimized.
Ha! Easy.
I'll worry about that later.
Yeah! No. This cannot be. I cannot be defeated. I cannot disappoint my master.
And what do we have here?
What has Jasper led us into? What happened here?
Your pal showed his true colors. That's what happened. He's no servant of Heliodor. He's sold his soul to the forces of evil.
The Luminary is not your enemy. It was Jasper all along.
Curse you.
So this is how you repay your king, with treachery.
You were using purple magic, and everyone knows that purple magic equals evil. Except when the Luminary does it.
Help me.
Also, Rab has those spells too. Huh?
Faithless cur! You would dare to betray me? Betray your kingdom? Death is more than you deserve. I am grateful to you, Hendrik. If you had not brought me here, I may never have learned the truth. If not for your intervention, who knows how long it might have continued? Who knows how much damage might have been wrought?
I was merely doing my duty, sire. I only wish he had been unmasked sooner.
It seems I owe you an apology. I have visited a grave injustice upon you. It was Jasper who spoke of the Dark Spawn, who poisoned me against you. I see now that all this was merely part of his wicked scheme.
Father.
Jade! My beloved daughter. How is it that I did not see you there? Today is a day of surprises indeed. Come, let me look at you.
Look at you, to death.
You have suffered greatly, Lord Robert. The fall of Dundrasil and all that has happened since were tragic events indeed. But it is time to put them behind us and face the future. Would you not agree?
Sorry, Your Majesty, but I'll be putting nothing behind me until I've dealt with the cause of it all. Mordegon.
Ah, yes. Mordegon. Doubtless Jasper bent the knee to that fiend. I see now that he is the source of the evil that afflicts our world. No doubt, he is out there even as we speak. Lying low, biding his time. But we have the Luminary on our side. Now, you must claim the Sword of Light. The sacred power of Yggdrasil is your birthright. Take it. It is long past time.
So... trying to remember, because Mordegon pops out and takes the sword. If I never take the sword...
It is beautiful. Magnificent. May I take a closer look?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can see it all kinds up close and personal. When it's through your heart, old man!
What was that? Well, no matter. Now that we have the sword, let us return to Heliodor. We must celebrate your triumph.
Wait, you're inviting us back to the castle.
But of course, Lord Robert. You are the defenders of Yggdrasil, the unmaskers of the traitor Jasper. Your great deeds deserve recognition. Well, Luminary, I trust that you will take me up.
I have wronged you. But in time, I will make amends. I swear it.
We will go ahead and begin the preparations. We look forward to welcoming you in Heliodor.
Alright, seems like everything's going fine here. No horrible timeline fucking paradoxes. Nope. Everything's just hunky-dory. And look at that, I got a leaf. That's got someone's soul in it. So that's neat. Hey, how you doing? Oh. I suppose I could probably just zoom right out of here. Huh. Zap right back out here. Okay. All right. Super Sword of Light. Thanks for asking. Yep, this all seems perfectly above board. Yep, no problems here. Oops. Ow. DiGiorno. Yep, nope, this seems fine. No problems here.
Honored luminary.
Onward.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome you in the manner you deserve at last.
That phrasing's not ominous.
To think, I once thought ill of you. Saw you as a harbinger of calamity. Called you unconscionable things. Truly, Jasper cast a most malign shadow. I owe you a great deal. You have revealed the traitor in our midst and returned my daughter to me.
I ain't returning shit. I like your daughter. I'm a keeper.
As a small token of my appreciation, I have arranged for some
hostages.
visitors.
I mean, special
Hendrik,
visitors.
if you would.
Yes, sire.
Oh, there you are at last. We've been dying to see you. I was so worried about you.
Oh my
I heard all these horrible
DiGiorno
stories.
to the base.
Thank you,
you
RX
would be-
James.
Right after you left the village, this horrible man called Jasper came with all these soldiers. I'll never forget his eyes. They were so cold. He ordered us all to gather in the middle of the village and then he told his men to kill us all. But Sir Hendrik came to the rescue. He showed up just in the nick of time and told Jasper to let us live. They still locked us up in the castle, but at least we were safe. And then they came and told us you weren't a baddie after all and let us go.
We've been through an awful lot, love. But from what I hear, so have you. I'm proud of you. And so is your granddad, I'm sure.
Now let us begin the festivities at last. A banquet worthy of our savior awaits. From this day forth, none shall doubt the luminary. He shall be honored, celebrated, adored.
Murdered. Bink and his companions are the guests of honor at a banquet the likes of which Heliodor has never seen. The singing, dancing, and merriment last long into the night. Then at last, the revelers retire to bed. Oh, these are Jasper's quarters. Huh. Ooh, have I read these books? Still can't read that one. The Shield of Heliodor. Yep, pretty sure I did this one. Yep, already got these. Alright. Hey, I just fucked up your pots. What do you think of that? Fuck those barrels, though. Yeah, they're having fun. Hey, this bed's really big. It's a really big bed. Can't sleep. Bed too big. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. No! That's a bad king. No! Bad king.
What is this? Why can I not touch the sword? Surely it cannot be. Accursed luminary, give it to me. Give me the sword of light. It belongs to me.
What's going on in here?
Princess, what is the meaning of this?
Eyes.
I knew it. You're not my father. Look at you. You're a monster, not a man.
Yeah, blighter, you. I had a feeling in the waters that something wasn't quite right with you, Cornelia.
Thanks, Ritzbot.
So this whole thing was a sham? The banquet, the speeches? Wow, that's cold. So who are you?
Grar!
Grar! Grar, everyone, Grar.
He disappeared.
Fear not, loyal subjects, I shall be your king now.
In the shadows. Come out and show your stupid face.
Something tells me he won't have gone far. Quick, let's search the castle.
Hey, wanna join my party? Wanna join my party though? You could join the party. Give you some axes. Got axes for you. Just goes to the next bedroom over. They'll never find me in here. Behind this screen. Work.
No more giving us the runaround, you. We've got you cornered.
Except that you can apparently just teleport.
Now let the king go and show us your true form, fiend.
What up, dude?
Unmasked at last. I have been enjoying Carnelian's hospitality since the day Dundrasil fell. But the game ends here. I have wasted too much time already waiting for you to lead me to the Sword of Light. And since I was unable to steal it from you, it seems I must take it by force. Very well. Come to Mordigan like good little lambs and die.
Let's see, we got evil, purple stuff. Ooh, Sunny D.
So it's you. I've waited years for this day to come.
Not only Jasper, but His Majesty too. Your deception shall not go unpunished, devil.
You have been a serviceable puppet over the years, Hendrik. But it is time you joined your wretched kinfolk in hell.
Actually, we don't believe in hell. When you die, you go to the Yggdrasil and your leaf, the life stream. You know what? I'm sure it's just a figure of speech.
You mean it was you? You who massacred my people?
It was all you, wasn't it? The destruction of Dundrasil. The families torn apart. You've stolen so much from so many, and now you're going to pay.
I stand with you, Luminary. My loved ones, my countrymen, they must be avenged.
Yay! Here, have an axe.
I'm with you too. This is the guy who's had it in for you all this time, right? Let's show him who he's been messing with.
Well, Luminary, what are you waiting for? Come, give me your power, that I may rule over this world unopposed.
Following orders, dope. Get chopped on.
Shadows, hear me!
Let's see. Throw down a magic barrier here. Multi-heal yet. Heal Eric, I guess. I wonder if... Oh, yeah, here we go. Get victimized, fool! Oh, man. Well, I guess he's still Venom. Get banged by this small child!
Don't worry, I'm here to help.
Behind me!
Oh, man. Hendrik, tanky boy. healing spells and other beneficial effects have been reversed. Yuckos. Get victimized, though! There we go. Now we're talking. Ooh. Squat him. Pretty sure the helicopter didn't hit Mortigan. So yeah, she can't. Yeah, healing would just hurt. So get whooshed, I guess. Or no, let's well, they've been doing all spells, so yeah, the buffs no good. Yeesh.
Take heart.
Oh well, I guess we get a kabuff anyway. Uh-oh. That's no bueno. So it said spells and or healing spells and beneficial effects. I wonder if that also counts buffs. Because yeah, he's using lots of fire.
Behind me!
Didn't say anything about reversing it, so I guess it's all right. There's just not much more for her to do, is there? I guess you could double up on the kabuff, but why? They're not doing... I guess you could try and fizzle them? Why not? Huh? Alright, well, Morgan's in the orange now, so if I just keep going all out offense. Oof. Arena calls for backup. Hey, the mist. No more mist. Yay! Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, that's no bueno. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You wanna quit that, maybe? You jerk. Alright, let's get Pink back up to full here. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. That's no bueno. Oh, jeez. All that Healy stuff's been reversed again. Alright. Nothing to do but just go full offense and just hope. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's no bueno. Nope, not enough to go quad, so... Yeah, get wrecked! Get wrecked, fool!
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Hey, Rab got multi-heal again. Dope!
No!
Saving the world all over again.
I see. So be it. But do not think that you are the only one who has defied the flow of time.
Dark Right End says you're good at pulling out the wind by the skin of your teeth. Yeah, my pull-out game is strong.
Father! Father, are you all right?
Right. Jade. Can it really be you? Have I been dreaming? The last I remember is the attack on Dundrasil. After that, all is black.
Racially insensitive.
Wait, that mark.
The Pimpan!
The child. The luminary. But you were a mere babe in arms when I last saw you.
And now your daughter's a babe in my arms. Ha ha!
There is clearly much we need to discuss, but you must forgive me. I'm still feeling rather faint.
Father, you mustn't overexert yourself. Come on. I need to look after him. We'll meet here again tomorrow, all right?
Oh, yes. Also, my daughter, who was about 8 years old, is now a
Those two
freaking
are going
hottie.
to have a lot
But
to
mostly
catch up
you.
on, huh? A lot.
Word soon spreads through the castle that King Carnelian has been under the spell of an evil demon. While the king recovers, Bink and his companions get some much-needed rest. Then, that evening... Yep, save the world again. I'm pretty much the best. Hey, what up? Have you guys just been chilling outside my... You know what? Nah, you do you. Buongiorno.
I know the truth now. Hard as it was to swallow. The things I did while under the monster's spell are almost too terrible to contemplate. If not for you, this kingdom, no, this entire world would have been turned to ashes.
I know, I've seen it.
All would have been lost to Mordigan.
It was real bad.
A true hero stands among us. Erdrea is eternally in your debt. You are a worthy heir to the legendary Erdwin. Truly, you are the luminary, our light, and our hope.
Huzzah! But for realsies
Really
this
did it, huh?
time!
What's the matter, Veronica? I don't know. I just welled up all of a sudden. I'm just glad
I
to
have
be
to
here
wait
with
like
all of
10
you.
years before I can take
suppose.
part in the orgy.
But where else would you be, you silly thing? You're right. I'm being stupid. Sorry. Thank you for everything.
And the credits roll again!
Quite so fast.
What's going on?
I sense something awful. Something truly, truly evil. But where is it coming from?
What was it Mordigan said just before he died? Something about not being the only one who defied the flow of time, right? But what did he mean?
Your Highness, please, you must come quickly. It's Erdwin's lantern.
What? The balcony! Upstairs! Quickly!
Balcony? Balcony. We are the North Side, eh? Doing it our own way. We're gonna live forever where it's cold and red. Thank you, Volvagnos, for 7 months in the land of the blind.
This sky, I have never seen its like.
Look, over there!
Erdwin's lantern! It's falling!
Again! Some more!
Mordigan destroyed me. But Mordigan is no more. Now, none stand in my way. Now is my time. Now I am whole again.
It is I, the big, giant, doomy guy who's never been mentioned before.
Erdwin's lantern has fallen. I fear this bodes ill for us all. I dare make this request of no other, Luminary. I must ask that you investigate. The Great Star fell to Earth in the Celestial Sands. They can be seen from the Emerald Coast. That must be your first port of call.
Sire, I would ask your leave to join this expedition.
Yes, join us, noble squire.
I cannot atone for all that I have done. But perhaps in joining you, I might repay my debt at least in part. Luminary, I will be your sword, your shield, your unswerving companion.
I'm glad I don't have to get the band back together again. That would suck. And save point. Yeah! Ooh, Hendrix got a nice level boost over these fools. Nope. All right. Guys, I'm going to kick it over to the standby screen for a couple minutes. I'm going to get some water, do a quick nature break, and then I think we're going to do some bedtime stories. Bedtime story stuff. I will be right back, y'all.
You better make me a sandwich. Second up, God says I'm in charge. Word from on high, front a lot ought to live large. It's the dawn of the age of the MC front. You melt down that calf, I'ma smoking. It's insane.
Well, every goddamn time that I get this high, I feel like I'm gonna hit my head on the sky. And I try to leave it alone, but I can't. You're the mountain kind, what they call the plant.
Oh, really? I'm seeing delusions.
Mount Olympus, I was dissing them all. Said your beats is short and your words is talk. With your molehill rapping, some gall you got. Made attempt to step to in front a lot. I shy. Flares in the air, Zeus said don't do it. I'm messing with the old school now and truant. Gone blue in the face. I drop bass, drop rhymes so thick that they take up space. Ways and means to an end. I'm in need of a Sherpa when I smoke this blend. Send, spark it up like the sun. Lose a digit or two off of my IQ before I'm done. Unconscionable this habit. Better quit before it's too late, Doug Nabbit. Every time that I climb my ass back down, then I'm done. Till the mountain comes looming back around. Pound for pound, you know the sound. Well, every goddamn time that I get this high, I feel like I'm gonna hit my head on the sky. And I try to leave it alone, but I can't. You're the mountain kind, what they call the plant. Every goddamn time that I get this high, I feel like I'm gonna hit my head on the sky. And I try to leave it alone, but I can't. You're the mountain kind, what they call the plant.
I agree to accept the following terms and regulations put forth by the administrators of this community and blah, blah, blah. I accept. Hey, listen up, newbie. We gotta get a few things straight. Who these people are that can wait? This is my boy, my world, my space. I wrote every rule, you gotta read them, okay? Cool. I guess it's it, man, but straight. And if you need something, I'll be up kinda late, like 2. See, that's when it gets bad. People start blaming and everybody's mad. That's when I gotta bust out the band. Trust me, man, some of these people just can't stand one another. So I gotta cover up a scandal. Nah, dude, I can't let you know my aim handle. Drop it. I'll grab your IP and block it. If you can't stay on topic, you got it. If I wanna lock it, there's no way you can stop me. Confident, cocky, the cubicle jockey. Confident, cocky, the cubicle jockey. Confident, cocky, the cubicle jockey. Obey the moderator, create a state of calm. Scan sentences and announce who's wrong. You are a troller, 1 week ban. I know your other screen name, man. Obey the moderator, I cater to the regs. Hook 'em up with handles and float all the threats. You are a liar, permanent ban. I'm over by your password, man.
Why don't you tell about your sick kid?
My sig's kinda big, but it's tasteful. Might blink a bit, 80K, there's no way that I be wasteful. People get hateful, but hey, it ain't new to me. It can get crazy in this community. Dude, you gotta unlock your caps. Never argue, I'm better walk, we get straight through the facts. Even then, they never relax. It's all grudges from 6 months back, still nobody budges. The worst? Hackers, scum of the earth. Attack us and laugh as we back up with word. But whatever, I got an upgrade up my sleeve. Trade off sleep for new security. It's part of the job, I don't mind it. And if you break a rule, better believe that I'll be the one to find it. I'm tracking down every last duplicate account. I'm on my way to admin, there's never been a doubt. I see that you are new to the community and soon to be in troubling influence, so you really should be listening. Obey the moderator, create a state of calm. Scan sentences and announce who's wrong. You are a troller, 1 week ban. I know your other screen name, man. Obey the moderator, I cater to the regs. Hook 'em up with handles and float all the threats. You are a liar, permanent ban. I'm over by your password, man. Obey the moderator, create a state of calm. Scan sentences and announce who's wrong. You are a troller, 1 week ban. I know your other screen name, man. Obey the moderator, I cater to the regs. Hook 'em up with handles and float all the threats. You are a liar, permanent ban. I'm over by your password, man.
I want fame and fortune, that's not hard to believe. And internet cred isn't hard to achieve. Cause in the real world, my music's just one big joke. But in cyberspace, I'm so hot that
Okay. Hi, everybody. We're back. So, I'm gonna try something. I've been talking about trying something. I'm gonna, do it. Do the thing. So, you guys probably know, if you've been hanging around here for a while at this point, I've been doing a lot of writing on Medium. A lot of very personal writing. I've occasionally read drafts here. In order to get feedback, to, make sure that the writing scans, to make sure that everything's good with it. That's been very helpful to me. The other thing that I would like to do, since folks seem to enjoy hearing me read my writing, is I would like, now that I've got a couple of pieces pretty well finalized, I would like to turn that into a podcast where I read my articles out loud. I can release that as a podcast so that people can hear it who don't happen to be free in the middle of the day on a Wednesday. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to mute all of the alerts and everything so that I get a good, clean recording. And so there's not really going to be any, chat interaction, anything like that during this portion. Although, when we get done, if we have time, because I do have an appointment, it's not for a couple of hours, so we'll probably have some time. If we want to do any, Q&A, if you would like to give me any feedback that you have at the end, that would be cool. But this is one of those things, I'm going to be doing this anyway, so I might as well live stream it, is my thought process. All right. So, let's see. Let me just get... Just get into my volume mixer here. And just mute. I think that might mute. Yeah, that mutes the music as well. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, just gonna unmute that right quick. Or I am going to mute that right quick, rather. All right. Got that muted. Yeah, Zoobs, you can catch it on the VOD. We can also... like I said, this will be a podcast at some point. I still need to figure out, editing and releasing and all that stuff. But... And yeah, this whole thing is all written down. If you prefer to read with your eyeballs, Nightbot just drop the link. You can also use the command chat !medium to get that link if you need it. So yeah, I've got 3 pieces so far that I think are published and I think are ready to get this treatment. I've been working on a 4th, although it's been rough, but we'll see. We'll see. But I think it's time to move on to this stage of the proceedings. So let me just get my recording software up here. Hit record. Volume levels look okay. All right. This is called Origins of a YouTube CEO. Actually, I'll drop that link in the chat too if anybody wants to. If you like to read along, you can do that. This used to just be called Origin Stories. My editor said I could probably use a more specific title. All right. It feels a little like a blind date. I'm sitting in a Barnes & Noble in Phoenix, Arizona, 2 hours away from home, sipping an overpriced coffee and watching everyone who comes in. I'm waiting for a man to enter and scan the tables, also looking for an expectant stranger, like me. I met Tom on an internet forum a year earlier, in 2012, and we figured out that we lived close to each other. Hindsight being 2020, We really should have exchanged pictures before agreeing to this little get-together. I need work, and he, I would later find out, is a tenured university professor who needs someone who knows how to write. From my forum posts, he believes that someone is me. He hasn't offered me a gig, though. He just offered to look over my resume and give me some pointers. When you're unemployed, the hours get harder and harder to fill, and eventually, driving 2 hours to get resume pointers seems like a perfectly... When you're unemployed, the hours get harder and harder to fill, and eventually, driving 2 hours to get resume pointers seems like a perfectly reasonable use for your time. Your resume is boring, he tells me, after we exchange the requisite introductions and he looks over my 2 sheets of Times New Roman. All this stuff is boring. It looks like the kind of stuff that companies used to hire high school dropouts to do, but now they can get out-of-work English majors to do it instead. Tom has, I will discover, a wonderful way of saying stuff like that without making you feel criticized or belittled. He's just stating a fact. It's warm out today. It's nice to meet you. Your entire professional life is crap. All of the work you've ever done for money is beneath you. It's all boring, he says, except for this one thing you've got hidden away on the second page under other skills. This YouTube thing. You've really got this many subscribers? I tell them that's how many I have personally. I also contribute to a group that has many, many more. All this other stuff, he says, I see every day. This YouTube thing, I don't see every day. Tell me more about that. A few months later, I'm looking at a check for $550. Tom gave me a gig copywriting an editor... Blech. And this is why I can edit this later, to edit out all the bad takes. A few months later, I'm looking at a check for $550. Tom gave me a gig copy editing an academic research paper for one of his students, who knows more about engineering than he does about writing. I'm not sure if the paper ever got published, but the check came on time. I'm looking back and forth between this check and an Expedia page with a plane ticket to Maine. I'm thinking about my bank balance and calculating how much longer I can keep paying rent. Tom gave me a gig, but not a job, and I'm eating through my funds faster than I would like. All of these calculations lead me to the conclusion that I would be a fool to click purchase on this plane ticket. It wouldn't be a safe decision. But this plane ticket will take me to my friend Scott's wedding. Scott is one of the friends I make YouTube videos with, and I don't get to see him in person very often. It would suck to have to crawl back to my parents and ask them for help with rent, but it would also suck to know that I could have gone to Scott's wedding, and I didn't. What the hell, I think, uncharacteristically. It's only money. I click purchase. When I was in high school, my best friend Kenny had a video camera. We would get together in our backyards and make little movies and skits. We filmed them in chronological order, and if we messed up a take, we would rewind the tape to the beginning of the scene and start over. Sometimes, if we hadn't rewound far enough, there would be 2 or 3 half-second false starts before a scene would begin. Other times, a scene would end a half-second too soon if we rewound too far. My senior year of high school, I got a job flipping burgers for 15 hours a week in the afternoons. By the summer after graduation, I had enough for a top-of-the-line gaming PC to take to college with me and ensure that my freshman GPA would be a full point lower than it otherwise would have been. My dad, knowing that what I had bought for myself was the opposite of a work machine, told me that for a graduation present, I could pick out a scanner or a printer. I'm going to retake that one. My dad, knowing that what I had bought for myself was the opposite of a work machine, told me that for a graduation present, I could pick out a scanner or a printer. I told him the college library would have scanners and printers that I could use for 10 cents a page. What I really wanted was a video capture card so that I could transfer me and Kenny's home movies to my computer's hard drive and edit out the false starts between scenes. My dad grumbled a little about the price, which was 3 times that of a basic printer, but he caved. The capture card came in the mail, bundled with some shitty consumer-level editing software that I didn't know the first thing about how to use. I set about figuring it out. I find a day job before my funds run out, so I never have to regret buying that plane ticket to Scott's wedding. Tom probably feels the same way I do about the copy editing gig. At least he's never offered me another one. He's got me doing something better with my nights and weekends now. Another of Tom's students, also named Ben, just presented his master's thesis defense on the environmental practicality of the use of carbon nanotubes and lithium-ion batteries. Tom set up a tripod and videotaped it. The footage is terrible. The room is dark because Ben is using a projector, and the projection screen is at a strange angle relative to the camera, rendering his slides fuzzy and unreadable. Also, Ben is not a trained public speaker, and his verbal pacing is off, with some ers and ahs and weird pauses and unnecessary tangents. My job. Can I clean it up some so that Ben can show off his research? Yeah, I can. On the video, Ben is pointing to the projection. I crop out the part of the slide he's pointing to from his PowerPoint file and overlay it onto the video. Now when Ben points to the projection, the information lights up like he's some kind of magic PowerPoint wizard. I cut some material out and use a full frame of the PowerPoint slide to cover the cut so there's no jump in the video. Then I mask everything but Ben from the shot, shrink him down, and put him in a picture-in-picture window on top of the PowerPoint slide. He gestures again to what he's talking about. This is all baby stuff compared to timing lip flaps or cutting a 30-second fight scene down to 2. I'm really getting paid for this? I'd been out of school for a couple years, and I was working 2 part-time jobs. During the day, I shelved books at the local library. At night, I rang people up at a dry cleaner's. There'd be a 3-hour break in between when I went home and... There'd be a 3-hour break in between. Jeez. Never stops editing. It just never stops. Hold on. All right. Doing that take again. There'd be a 3-hour break in between jobs when I went home and played video games or watched anime or surfed the internet. One of the things I watched was a series of YouTube videos called Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged Series. I knew Yu-Gi-Oh! As this goofy, dumb show that my little brother watched when I was living at home. This YouTube version was different, though. When the characters talked about the silly card game that was so important in their weird world, they did it like they knew how ridiculous it was that a silly card game was so important. There was another YouTube series for an anime called Naruto, and when I was done with Yu-Gi-Oh!, I watched that one. I also found fan-made anime music videos, and one of the sites that hosted them had some tutorials about how to get anime footage from a DVD to your hard drive, and what to do with it once it was there. I sort of remembered how to edit from fooling around with my capture card and Kenny's backyard home videos. My computer's headset had a microphone, and I had a lot of anime DVDs. One Monday, I spent the 3 hours between jobs figuring out how to rip the footage from the first volume of the anime Berserk onto my hard drive. On Tuesday, I watched the first scene of the first episode and thought up some different lines for the characters to say. I recorded myself saying the lines in different voices, played the new lines over the scene, and tried to make it so that the characters' lip movements started and stopped around when the line did. I did the same thing on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. On Friday night, I posted the first episode of Berserk the Abridged Series. My voice acting wasn't as good as the voice acting in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series. My editing wasn't as good as the editing in Naruto Abridged. I had no idea if I was as funny as either of them. But what I had done was finish an episode in just 1 week. Neither series had ever done that, as far as I could tell. I realized that if I didn't play any video games or watch any anime on my 3-hour lunch break, I could do this every week. I made an episode a week for the next 8 weeks. I'm in a hotel room at an engineering conference with Tom, showing him the new laptop he bought for me to edit on. He indulges me for a while, and then says, "This can be your pay. I know we agreed that it would belong to the conference and you'd give it back after this weekend and then you'd get paid for your work. We can still do that if that's what you want. Or you can take this laptop and that'll be your pay." I'm going to do that one again. He indulges me for a while, and then says, "This can be your pay. I know we agreed that it would belong to the conference and you'd give it back after this weekend and then you'd get paid for your work. We can still do that if that's what you want. Or you can take this laptop and that'll be your pay." I agree. I love this laptop, and it's expensive enough that this constitutes a raise. Tom's son Payson helps me install some streaming software and the portable capture card that will connect my new laptop with the conference's camcorders so that we can live stream. Tom's son Payson helps me install some streaming software and the portable capture card that will connect my new laptop with the conference's camcorders so that we can live stream the presentations to remote attendees. Payson came up with this system by asking the Let's Players he watches on Twitch about their setups. Payson and I work 16-hour days for 3 days straight, keeping his jerry-rigged setup running, and then I fly home. I should be exhausted, but instead I'm energized. I spend the rest of the week backing footage up to Tom's cloud storage service, and the rest of the summer editing more videos. I'm getting better at getting the viewer to the important parts more quickly, and making a person standing in front of a PowerPoint slide less visually boring. I will do the same thing the next 2 summers. My dad invites my girlfriend Susie and I to dinner to meet his new girlfriend, Nancy. Dad will eventually marry Nancy. I'll eventually break up with Susie, but I'll always remember this dinner and be grateful for it. "What do you do, Ben?" Nancy asks. "I've had a hard day at my job and I'm tired. I'm an appraisal support specialist with the county assessor's office." Susie nudges me. "She didn't ask you for your job title, she asked you what you do." I don't understand what Susie's getting at. "I'm a paper pusher." I try to make the truth sound like a joke. "People drop papers off at my desk and I push them from one side to the other." Not that. Susie smiles like I'm being purposefully obtuse. "That's not what you care about. What do you do?" Now I understand. "I make videos on the internet with my friends," I say. "We take episodes of a cartoon show and we cut out the boring parts. We write funnier lines for the characters and we record them and we re-edit the lip movements to match. I did it with a show called Berserk a few years ago, and then a couple more shows after that, and now there's a new Berserk movie out and I'm doing it with that. My friends are better at it than I am. They do it with a show called Dragon Ball Z, and I do some voices for them. A couple times a year I go to fan conventions with them and we put on panels and do Q&A. I feel the tension release itself from my back. I sit up straighter. My shoulders relax. I feel less tired. I'm writing my final paper for a filmmaking class at the community college. Everything I know about editing video is self-taught. I've decided that I want some book learning. If I take the right classes and pass them, I'll get a certificate that I can put on my resume. My final paper is supposed to summarize the last 6 chapters of the textbook. The textbook is out of date and poorly written. I haven't been keeping up with the required reading. I'm skimming the chapters and writing the paper as I skim. I don't like the instructor. He writes multiple choice quizzes based on the textbook. Sometimes, instead of choosing a pre-written choice, I write my own answers, as if they were essay questions, based on things I've learned making YouTube videos or doing freelance work for Tom. The instructor does not give me credits. The instructor does not give me credit for the questions I answer this way. I keep doing it anyway. I know my final paper is poorly written as I write it, but it's due tomorrow, and I don't believe the instructor will read it closely. I start putting strange, non-sequitur asides in the middle of unrelated paragraphs just to see if he will notice. By the end, the paper has become a bizarre stream of consciousness with almost no relation to the textbook. I turn it in anyway. I no longer care if I get a certificate to put on my resume. The next weekend, I go to Phoenix Comic-Con. I have breakfast with my friend Lawrence and ask for his advice on choosing microphones. Later, I will reflect that I learned more in that conversation over breakfast than I did in an entire semester in filmmaking class. The class cost me $300. The breakfast cost me $20. I decide not to sign up for classes next semester. I get a B- on my final paper. I still don't know if the instructor read it. I see him at Phoenix Comic-Con. He's dressed as Professor X. We have an awkward conversation, and I never see him again. The county asked me to come back part-time, I tell Tom. I'm going to work for them in the mornings and for you in the evenings. I lost my day job a few months ago. Tom has had a lot of work for me since then, and when my brother died, my sisters and I each got a third of his bank account. I'm not worried about paying my rent. But the work Tom finds for me has always been feast or famine, and I've always had a day job. It makes me uncomfortable not to have one. Tom isn't happy. Ben, he tells me, I have been racking my brains trying to figure out how to get more work out of you, and you tell me this? Have I not been giving you enough to do? It's not that, I say. I love working for you, and I want to keep doing it, but it doesn't give me any structure. I need that. I need a place that I have to be every morning. So you're going back to a job that pays you half what I do and uses a quarter of your skills? One that made you so bored that you've already left it twice? How does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it to him so that he'll understand. Payson went and saw you at Phoenix Comic-Con, Tom says. He said your autograph line was right next to Christopher Lloyd's, and your line was longer. Do you think that when Christopher Lloyd saw that, he said, "Guess I'd better see if they're hiring at the post office"? I say something else about needing structure. What I'm really thinking is that since my brother died, I've been breaking down at odd times. I've been spending whole days doing nothing because there's no one to make me get out of bed. I want to get better, and I don't know how. I think of having my safe, shitty job back, sitting in a desk where no one expects great things of me, and I can half-ass my way through the day. That sounds like a warm, safe blanket. Why can't he just let me have that? You've got this image of yourself, Tom says, as this guy who has this day job that's kind of crappy and boring, but it's okay because it pays the bills while he does his fun little hobbies. You need to kill that image of yourself because that's not you. You're the guy who goes to conventions and gets on stage and says something funny and makes 1,000 people laugh. You're part of a new generation of creatives. You are a fucking rock star. It's going to be hard to kill that old image of yourself. Maybe you're not ready to do that. But I don't need the safe guy. I need the rock star. Do you want that? I want it. It also scares the shit out of me. I'm a nerd, so I think of Game of Thrones and the speech that Maester Aemon gives to Jon Snow. Kill the boy, Maester Aemon says, and let the man be born. I call my old job and tell them that I'm very sorry, but my freelance work is picking up, and I just don't have time to accept the part-time position they've offered me. Then I open up my calendar and create a new event called Kill the Boy. I set the event to last all day and to repeat every day for the rest of my life. It's 2016, and I'm on Skype, interviewing for a job working with Scott and the rest of my friends who make YouTube videos. They've got a little office in Texas and several employees and some contractors. They need help keeping it all straight. It's a little weird interviewing for a job I've already been promised with people I've known and been working with for 8 years. People whose weddings I've attended. All of my job interviews up until now have been with strangers. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, these guys have done incredible things with no more help from me than some voices now and then. Do they really need me? One of the things they want me to be in charge of is convention appearances. Okay, I tell them, I can do that. Just plug me into whatever calendar system you use so I can see what's what. The Skype call gets quiet. They don't have a calendar system. Or, it turns out, a cloud storage system. Blech. Fumble tongue. Or, it turns out, a cloud storage system so they can share footage between editors who are across the country from one another, sometimes in different hemispheres. Not a lot of people in the organization seem to know what everyone else's jobs are. Some of them don't even seem to know what their own jobs are. I feel better. These are things I know how to do, and they're things the team needs, so I start doing them. At first, working part-time from home in Tucson, all the time thinking that pretty soon I'll have them all organized and they won't need me anymore and I'll go back to a real job. When that doesn't happen after a few months, I ask them to bump me up to full-time so I can move out to Dallas and manage the team in person. Less than a year after that, I am officially named the CEO of the company and given a 10% ownership stake. In my new role, I find myself thinking more and more about Tom and his students. The way he organizes things. The way he lets people find the things they're good at and do them. The way he hired an unemployed English major from an internet forum to copy edit a research paper. And when I turned out to be kind of crap at that, the way he helped me figure out something I was really good at, making videos out of research presentations. I find myself wondering how Tom would handle a situation, how he would help a team member who needed it. Shortly after I was officially hired by Team 4-Star, one of my new coworkers complained to me that he didn't have any structure in his job. I told him he could have all the structure he wanted, as soon as he was willing to impose it on himself. Then I told him that when he figured out how to do it, please share the secret with me. I used to compartmentalize my life. I never let anyone on the internet know my real name. When I was at my day job, I never told them that I would go home and make YouTube videos. When I asked for a weekend off twice a year, I didn't say that it was to fly to a different city and tell jokes about anime characters to a packed house. When I had dinner with my dad and he asked how work was going, all I'd say was, okay, it's a job, it pays the bills, it's fine. And if my YouTube videos ever came up, I'd downplay it. It's just a hobby, it's just this thing I'm into, it's kind of nerdy and lame. Every good thing that ever happened to me in my professional life happened because I decided to do the opposite of that. Because I finally allowed the different parts of my life to inform each other and feed into each other. I took down the walls between them. I stopped siloing them into artificial categories like job and hobby and personal life. Instead of doing things the right way, the safe way, where I take a class and get a certificate to put on my boring resume for the privilege of interviewing for a job for which I'm overqualified and will be underpaid, I started doing things the wrong way. I got in over my head and figured it out as I went. And I started listening to the people who told me that I can be more than a guy with a boring day job and a nerdy hobby. I stopped listening to the voice in my head that is still there, that tells me that that's all I'll ever be, because it's not safe to be anything else. And when I do that, things happen that I don't plan and can't predict, but that are way more rewarding than shelving books and cashiering. Sometimes it scares the shit out of me. Sometimes I do things that I'm crap at and fail. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'll be able to pay rent. But it beats pushing papers in an office. Okie dokie. I'm gonna throw that classical back on. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna export it. Gonna get in there, gonna do some editing, gonna cut out all them false takes, and that'll be a podcast eventually. Thanks, guys, for tuning in for that. Yeah, if you have any feedback, have any questions, so it's not really part of the story, so I'm not writing it into there, but fun.
What a fine day for science.
Oh, thank you, JNNP.
Good story.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, fun thing about that rock star speech that Tom gave me. I was talking to Tom not long ago. Tom was having some frustrations with a friend who is not living up to Tom's expectations of him. A woman friend. And I told him, and he came to me for advice. It's been neat. I call Tom my mentor. He calls me his friend. I think Tom needs a friend more than he needs a mentee. So I've been trying to have a little more give and take in our relationship. But yeah, Tom asked me for my feedback on this situation. I said, Tom, you can't make people be what you want. You can communicate your expectations, and then you just kind of got to see what they do with them, you know? And I said, I think maybe you're putting a lot of pressure on her, because she's not just a mentee, she's your girlfriend. But, you know that rock star speech? That rock star speech that you gave me? What if I'd said, you're right, Tom, I'm not ready. And I'd gone back to my shitty job. Like, you would have been disappointed, but would you have lost sleep over it? Why is this any different just because you're fucking her? And Tom quoted, this was a text conversation, and he quoted that, would you have lost sleep on it? And he just says, yes. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I guess I underestimate the importance that my decisions have in other people's lives. I envisioned that speech as something that he was... that he was doing for my benefit, not that he had much, like, personal stake emotionally in what I did, you know? I never really worried about disappointing Tom. I worried about disappointing myself. Or I came to worry about that. I spent a lot of years doing things that retroactively I am disappointed in myself over. Working on another one about that. Yeah. It's been... yeah. But yeah, here's the thing about challenging yourself. People love somebody who's hard on himself. Especially when he's hard on himself in a way that benefits them. People like Tom's friend, it's harder when somebody challenges you to live up to your potential. Thank you, Nagato004, for the 5 months of sub here with the Land of the Blind. Thank you also, MattRx, who subbed while I had alerts muted. There is a Nintendo Direct later today, and y'all know me. Where's that Mario Maker on Switch, though? That's the only thing I care about. Ingara Dragon says, I changed it up and went through a truck driving school. Not especially challenging in and of itself, but I'm more satisfied now than I have ever been. I mean, here's the thing. Everybody finds satisfaction in different places and different ways. Certainly, professional challenges are not the only, professional challenges are not the only valid challenges for yourself. So, I mean, if you've got a job that works for you and makes you happy, like, there is nothing wrong with with having a job that's good enough and gives you the ability to do other things that you care about more. Like, that's fine. It's not what worked for me, but turns out I am not the entire human race, believe it or not. All right, I need to actually save this file. Let's see. There we go. Saving that project file. Exporting that project file. There we go. But yeah, yeah, here's the thing. People ask me how, you know, especially when I was CEO of Team 4-Star, like, hey, how can I do what you do? How can I add, you know, how can I start a business? How can I make YouTube videos or Twitch streams and make a living off of that? And I say, well, before you, or lots of people would ask, how can I be a voice actor? And to that I always say, hey man, I'm the wrong I'm the wrong guy to ask about voice acting. I back-assed my way into into occasionally getting paid for voice acting, but that was never my, like, primary passion. I enjoy it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But I do it because it's easy and fun. And when I say it's easy, what I do, which is occasionally when Amber sends me sends me an audition, I occasionally audition for it. That's easy. And very occasionally I get the part, and when I do, it's a very small part. It's like on the order of doing some Walla or doing a background character in a shitty mobile game that nobody cares about. That's easy. Making a living off of it, that's fucking hard. And I don't, like maybe I could, I don't know, but there's only so many hours in the day and only so much energy, and I would rather spend that doing stuff like this right now. So none of that is me poo-pooing all of the effort that people who are way better at it than I am put into it. That's why they're way better at it than I am, because they have more talent and have worked harder to develop it. But anyway, yeah, people ask, like, hey, how can I make YouTube videos and be a YouTubesman? And I say, have you tried literally anything else? Have you tried doing literally anything else? Because that's what I did. I tried doing literally anything else. And it turns out that as stressful as my life is, and as little security and safety as I have in my chosen life path, playing it safe is worse for me. But obviously there are people that it works out for, because people do it every day. So try that first and see if that works for you, because it turns out I am just incapable. I am just bad at it. What I didn't really talk a lot about in that article is that most of those shitty jobs, when I say I lost my job, what I really mean is I got fired from a lot of jobs. Because they were so fucking boring that I couldn't. I would slack off and I would do a shitty job and then get fired for good and sufficient reasons. Yeah. Ishouse says, my own job's begun to feel limited, and I'm at that uncomfortable place where I know I need to figure out what I want to do next, but I have no idea. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough thing. I've always admired people who know what they want to be when they grow up. Like, you know, my dad never knew what he wanted to be when he grew up. He tells me that he was just kind of floating around aimless, and he wound up joining the Army. And the nice thing about the Army is they give you an instruction manual. I don't have an instruction manual for my life. I like all that stuff about taking a class and writing a resume and applying for jobs with strangers. Like, that was, as far as I could tell, that was the instruction manual. That's what you were supposed to do. Turns out that instruction manual doesn't fucking work. In the Army, they give you an instruction manual and then actually follow it. Like, here it is. Here is the literal, written down on paper, here is how you get promoted. If you do these things, you can get promoted. And that's what my dad did, and he had himself a career in the Army that, you know, paid him well enough to raise a family, and, you know, American dream, bought his house, you know, retired. But yeah, I've always envied people who know what they want to do and check all the boxes and follow all the steps and get more or less where they wanted to go. That sounds amazing. It ain't me. Never worked for me. Anyway, all right, I feel like this is kind of winding down. We've been going for about 3 hours here. I've got an appointment in a couple of hours. Should probably get cleaned up before that. And then what else we got going on today? Yeah, the fall tournament final, potentially the final match. It's game 4 of up to a 5-game series between Andy and Thelaine, the Link to the Past randomizer. That's coming up later today. You better believe I'll be watching that. Nintendo Direct is not long after that. I might pop back on and live stream that, because that's always dumb fun. It'll just be me sitting here going, so where's that Mario Maker though? So where's that Mario Maker though? Yeah, Fire Emblem, that's great. Where's that Mario Maker though? Yeah, that's the, and Gara Dragon says, they give you the manual, but then they tell you they're going to promote you, and instead they play favorites. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, when I was working for the library, that's what I thought my career path would be, and I looked into, you know, I applied for some grad schools, was going to get a master's, and, you know, and do that, but... And I applied for promotions, never got them. That's a tough job market in Tucson because the University of Arizona is one of only a couple of schools that has a master's program in library science. So every spring and fall, another group of people would graduate with that master's, and that's who you're competing with. This huge concentration of people who all want to go into the library field. So yeah, that was rough. But then on the other hand, because the county rules say that they have to interview and have an open application procedure for every job opening in the county. Well, the problem with that is that most of the time they know who they want to put in that position. So I had it from the other way around. I got a job in a different county department, and then applied for a promotion there, which there is no promotion within the county. There's, here is a job opening, apply for it, interview for it, and you might get it. But it's not a promotion because it's still an open application. People outside of the system can still apply for it. So yeah, I was on the other end of, oh shit, that's why I wasn't getting promoted in the library, because they already knew who they wanted to give that job to, but they had to jump through this ritual, jump through all these hoops of pretending to interview people and then hiring the person they wanted to hire to begin with. And I got that from the other side, where I walked in to quote-unquote interview for this job that I'd already been promised. Same deal when I quote-unquote interviewed for the job that I wound up turning down. That was a part-time version of the job that I'd had full-time before. I walked in, and the people I'm interviewing with are all my old bosses, basically saying, hey, we've got to go down this list of dumb questions, but also, you were doing this job before. If you want this job, and we were happy with your work, if you want this job again, it's yours. So, yeah. Anyway, alright. Alright. So that's that. I will see you guys next time, maybe this afternoon for the direct, if we feel like it. And if the what you call it, if the finals don't go long, we'll see. If not, the next time I decide to stream, I had fun. I hope you did too. Let's roll some creds here. Roll some creds. Thank all the fine people for their support. Thank you so much. Thank you, JNNP, Saffy Wolf, Retro Gunner for the bits. Thank you to all the mods keeping this rowdy chat in line. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the new followers. This is, whatever this is, Bedtime Stories. Thank you to all the subs and resubs. Saffy Wolf, Zoobs, Survivor, Orin Bloodstone, P Daddy Mini Hutch, RX James, Ritzbot, Volvagnos, MattRx, and Nagato. Thank you guys so much. And finally, final order of business. Let's see if anybody wants a raid here today. Looks like Dragon Feeney set it to just chatting too. Dragon Feeney's building Legos? Oh, that's cool. That's a cool thing. Yeah, let's dunk it on the Fiend. Drop that raid on the Fiend. Blow. So this is weird. I kicked it over there just to see what she was doing, and the ad's playing on like a window within a window? That's bizarre. I'm just gonna let the ad end before I hit that raid button. Okay, yeah. I don't know if that's a new thing or just a weird glitch. Alright, whatever. I will see you guys on the other side. Take it easy. Bye-bye.